Hello, traders, and welcome to a Wednesday, May 3rd, 2017. Welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill, and we have an exciting rest of the week as we have NFP, we have the Fed today in the U.S. session, so a lot going on. Let's get to it, and let us move over to what data is coming out today. Yeah, so it's currently 8:30 a.m. here in Pattaya, Thailand. That would be 21:30 on Wall Street on a Tuesday night. Traders, like I said, great to be with you. Let's take a look at what's going on for data today. We had some data released already. Japan is on a holiday today. All right, so we had, if I can get my little mousey over here, there we go. Unemployment change out of the Kiwi came out at 1.2. They're expecting 0.8. That was a good number, and you can see that on the chart that up candle on the New Zealand over here, and now the last 3 hours it's been coming back to the downside. What else do we have? We had unemployment rate is 4.9 versus 5.2. Another good number out of New Zealand. Today we have out of the Great British Power, we have construction PMI coming out today. That's a mover and a shake. Out of the euro, we got the German 10-year Bund auction, and they've got that rated pretty high for a news event, so we'll keep an eye on that. In the U.S. section, we have ADP non-farm payrolls today. Comes out today. For those of you who don't know what ADP is a payroll company. You can have one employee or you can have 50,000 employees. This company is in every state in the United States, and they do payroll, deductions, and all that stuff for companies. So you can be a tiny little company, or it can be major. So ADP has a good gauge on what's going on as far as hirings and firings and all that stuff. So they bring this data out every month before non-farm payrolls. So we do have that coming out today. We also have ISM non-manufacturing PMI today. Crude oil inventories, as we do every Wednesday. And that's pretty much it. But it's busy. I mean, this is pretty important at what's going on as we come to the end of this week. Probably trading is going to be on a low side because I think a lot of people are going to wait for this Fed announcement. We know 99% they're probably not going to raise interest rates for quite a while. So we're not worried about that. I think what we're waiting for is a statement to see what exactly their vision is, or what they're looking at, or what they're not looking at. All right, so let's take a look at commodities. Gold is up 0.08%. WTI crude oil is at 48.14, and Brent oil is at 51.03. Again, we're still hovering in that area there. Natural gas is up 0.09%, and U.S. coffee is down 0.11%. We'll take a look at our indices today. It looked like a pretty green day in the markets yesterday. I was in New York session up to about the New York lunch yesterday. S&P 500 futures are down 0.06%. The NASDAQ futures are down 0.27%. The Dow 30 was up 0.17%. The DAX was up also 0.56%. The Nikkei 225 is up 0.70%. And the U.S. dollar index remains below that 100 at 98.76, and that's down 0.02%. Got in that 99 area yesterday and did not do anything after that. Basically floated there, came down, and you can see on the dollar pairs that we had some reaction to that. So that's what's going on, my friends. Let's take a look at some charts that we looked at yesterday. Let's see what we're doing with the euro here. Now, these trade plans have been with us since Monday, right? This trade plan's been with us since Monday. And again, there is no reason to take this trade off the table. This trade is still valid. I'm going to leave this trend line here just so we know where we started, right? But you know, the problem here is if we come down on this now, we're going to hit all this junk here. So, my friends, I really would love to see this get back up to 0951 and give us some breathing room. This sells off now. We're in a jam here, and what are we going to do? I really don't want to trade into this mess left of the chart. So, what do you think? Maybe we should stick a trend line in here and see if we can do a trend line break here. And, you know, that's not really, there we go. That's a three-touch trend line, and maybe if we get below there, we can take this to the downside. Again, I'd much rather take this from the 1.0951 area and and take it all the way down. This trade plan is still in effect. We're still waiting to see if we can get some entry here and take this to the downside. All right, let's take a look at, here's the pound. Pound's been doing some good stuff. You know, I know this has been interesting because you can see it gets a bullish mode, then it dumps really, and then it takes it up again. If you look at this chart and you take this fib tool, you take this fib tool down this way, right? Take your fib tool down here. So now we're going to see that this actually comes up to the 88.6 Fibonacci level, which is over here at 1.2944, and that's where we're about at now. So now the question is, where do we expect this to go? Well, I'm expecting for this to sell back off. So, you know, I wouldn't mind this continuing to the upside, by the way. If this went up to 29.60, I'm okay with that. And we'll just sell it from that point and take it to the downside. There's a lot of stuff left of the chart. So this is going to be a bumpy ride down unless something comes out data-wise that gives us a catalyst to take this abruptly to the downside. I'm still bearish in this, folks. Long term, look at your daily chart, your 4-hour chart. This pair is bearish, okay? We want to sell the pound dollar, okay? So this is the trade plan. I know now it's really confusing with all these fib levels on the charts, but you understand where I'm coming from, and you see what I'm looking at. We're looking to sell this. We want to take this down. We got some big bumps in the road. We got support areas all over the place that we're going to have to watch. And but I think we can get through it. All right. New Zealand. This was our trade yesterday. Trade plan for yesterday. So this is still in play, right? This is still in play. We saw this happen. This happens in opening of Asia today. And now it's, you know, it's going to go sideways here, right? Now we're going to do the sideways mode. This is going to be interesting on all currency pairs. And what's going to happen now that the Fed speaks today is the market's going to basically shut off, and traders are going to say, listen, let's see what the Fed says, then we'll get back into the market. I don't know. I think traders know what the Fed's going to do. They're not going to raise interest rates, and they're going to say whatever they're going to say. Really, who cares? Because, you know, like, who cares what they say? It's not going to affect our trading, I wouldn't think. So we'll just we'll wait for that to happen. Unfortunately, when the Fed speaks, it's 2 o'clock in the morning for me, so I will not. 1 o'clock in the morning for me. I will not be in my charts. Okay. All right. Let's. What else did we look at? We didn't look at the Aussie. Let's look at what we're doing today. This is today's trade plan. It's on the pound yen. This is bullish. I know that. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, yes, this is bullish. However, I don't expect it to stay that way. I do expect this to take a move to the downside. So I'm looking for this trend line break. Love to see this trend line break, take it down, and we can get in this at 144.80. In it at 144.80, take it to the downside. Folks, we have a wide open space here. This is a big wide open space. If we can get into this wide open space below 144 and we get to 143.80 or 90, we're pretty good to the downside. We just got to get down there. So we just need our entry. Listen, the entry, if we get the entry at where we want, at 144.85 or 80, our stop's going to be at 145.30. Okay, 145.30. You know, this is the beast. This is the pound yen. We got to give it some breathing room, and that's what we're going to look for today. I think this is a nice trade. This is probably a 3-day trade to be in it. I don't think this is going to be quick, but we're looking at over 200 pips on this trade, right? So this is a nice trade today. All right, traders, that looks like that's about it for us. Let's take a look at the dollar yen. Just real quick, what happened yesterday. You know, I said that there was a chance that this was going to come to the upside. It really hasn't moved a lot, folks. This is basically, it went up. Look at all those indecision candles. Comes back down. It's now sideways. And this, to me, looks like there's a good chance it's going to continue to the downside. We'll see what happens, but this doesn't look good, you know, for the dollar bulls, right? This looks like this is going to sink off here. It's going to continue the downside. Remember, all these currency pairs, most of them, have not filled the gap. They have not filled the gap. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Gaps get filled. Absolutely. All right, traders, thanks so much for being with me. TradingWithBill.com. Keep those emails coming. Keep those comments coming. And have a great trading day. And we'll catch you tomorrow for another edition. We'll see what the Fed says. Traders, take care. Great to see you all, and talk to you shortly. Bye-bye now.